Okay.
Okay, this is another very cheap card. That's for local one.
Okay.
For travel
Oh,
local.
so that
Yeah.
you can lower the price for those
Yes.
ones.
Because now, why is it 50? Is because when the most expensive countries are three: India, Vietnam, and
Oh, so you got Vietnam yet or no?
yeah, we have Vietnam.
Oh, you
So
mean
is the card
Thai-
now can use Vietnam?
There is
or
now
not,
can use
not right
No,
now
this
yet.
one, the new one, yeah.
The new one. The new one, not right now.
So the India, Vietnam, and Cambodia, these three are very, very expensive. So this three tier itself push all the price up.
Okay, but those three will be in the 21.
That will be in the 21.
Only card is with the 21. Okay.
So we don't actually have a lot of 21 country cards. We have a lot of China ones. We have a lot of the SEA ones.
You need to have a lot.
Huh?
We have a lot of Vietnamese members.
Yeah, but Vietnamese members, right? If you were to buy the 21 countries one,
Yeah.
it's it won't be really cheap, because it's going to be like this is for travel only. To use in country is a bit more not really worthwhile. For outside, yes, because outside itself you accumulate data, but for us it's also very simple. You can buy one time, but then once you join Jarvis 2.0, you'll be earning data. Then you just keep topping up with data.
Okay, so by the way, we ask, so for example, I get the 21 country card. I buy in. After I finish, I don't continue paying.
You don't need to buy with CTOs.
Yeah.
You can take your Jarvis 2 data, top up your classic.
Yeah, so I top up, but I can top up any time I need to use,
Yes.
right? I don't need to top up when I don't use. The card is still active.
The card is active for the 30 days, I think.
Active 30 days.
Yeah, it will actually top up for you 1 gig every time to keep it alive.
Okay, so every 30 days you have to at least top up one time,
One time.
to keep the card
to keep
alive.
the cards active.
So the best is you take data from your Jarvis 2 to put it back in.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay.
So that's good. But that one never
Well,
mentioned.
that one, that's how we get it to work. Okay. Of course, data itself, you can take and sell it to your friends as well. So this is one of the cool things. One of the things that we want to do with this is, for example, a lot of Vietnamese, I think they actually work overseas. Okay. And let's say, for example, a lot of Singapore, they work as a lot of engineers that work in Singapore. One of the most important trouble and problematic thing for them is to transfer the money back home.
Yes.
So using this method itself, they can send data back and then they can cash out.
They can save data. So now are we going to call data token? I saw somebody call
it's just
that.
data.
Just call data.
Yeah, there's no token there, it's just data.
Just
But the
don't
way
use
they,
it.
but the way they transfer still like CTO,
Yeah, it's the same.
like address,
Yeah.
account number to
It's just
account,
data. Just
account
data.
number to account number, right? Still
Yeah, just phone to phone. Account to account.
account to account.
Yeah.
Still the 16-digit account.
You can top up for somebody.
Or you can top up something. Okay.
Because in the SIM card they also have 16 numbers.
It's 11 whatever the number.
Okay. So what is the day for that? Like 3 time apart. What is the day?
This one we already put into place already, but the actual rollout we need to talk to the lawyers first. So we are meeting the lawyers on the 28th actually.
On the 28th. So most likely that will be next year.
No.
Oh, 28 this month, so
Yeah, 28.
December.
So we'll talk to them on
Just say next year.
Yeah, just say next
maybe next
year
year
will be the plan.
28号我们会跟律师去谈我们的这个2.0的东西，然后看怎样把旧的用户把它转去新的用户。
28号。
28在这里，律师会过来。So on the 28th itself, we're meeting our lawyers to actually discuss on how can we legally push this thing through, number one. And the second one is actually on the old members to the new members. The old members itself, what if they do not want to sign this contract? What will happen? What can we legally do? What can we cannot do? So these are the things that we need to talk to the lawyers to actually figure out, and then to control. For us, of course, we don't want to just kick off everybody, right? Because I know that each person has about 50 accounts or maybe 20 accounts.
Yeah.
You know, for you to go and sign 20 times in or 20 accounts, right, it's going to be a hassle.
Yeah.
All right. So is there a way we can actually do it on behalf of the users or the leaders itself? If we can do it this way, then maybe. But the lawyers might say that no, then you need
Have
to do
to
it
be one by one.
So how can we actually help you do it also in a much more easier manner instead of logging in 20 times and things like that? So these are the things that we are not sure what we can do and what we cannot do.
Well, you can say, I don't know, is that workable? By this day, if you don't act, that means you advise to change. We give you like 14 days. If you don't kick you out, then you will automatically in.
That's one of the things that we're trying to ask a lawyer whether it's legal to do it.
Yeah.
You cannot opt in somebody like that. But I know in a lot of places like Indonesia and Vietnam, right? It's like I send
That
you.
one is like automatic renew.
Yeah.
That one should be able to do that for renewal.
Yes.
But this one is not renewable.
So we don't know how it's going to go, but we'll talk to the lawyers and see how it goes on there. What we're trying to do to make sure is the whole system, the cloud repository system itself is legal. So that it's not like now in Vietnam you need to hide yourself all the time. Okay, now you don't need to hide anymore because number one itself, we're not an MLM. We are no longer a unaffiliated or unlicensed brokerage. Okay, we are not doing all of those anymore. We are a service. We are selling SIM cards. Okay, there's nothing that restrict you from selling a SIM card. Okay, this is a traveler's card. So you can open a store to sell a traveler's card. You can do it in China, you can do it in Vietnam, you can do it anywhere in the world. But the only thing that we need to do is we need to have a physical location. We need to have an entity in the country itself that is providing service as well. So this is the two things that we need to do in the country. So for example, if Simon is the largest team in Vietnam, we will work with Simon to come up with a lot of all these centers whereby people can buy a lot of SIM cards, either in Hanoi or in Ho Chi Minh or in other smaller places. We can have all of this there. And these are all the centers where my members can use. Okay? And it's above the board. You put logo, put everything there. Don't need to worry that people come out, hey, are you legal or not? Because you do really have a business entity there. You're selling things.
Okay. Yeah, so that one you still have to wait for the lawyer.
Yeah, the lawyers will tell us.
Because he also wants to open
in Canada.
in Canada.
在加拿大开我们的实体店。
Because he have he connect to many small business owner. He has his own small business as well. So he and she will have many business owners. And yesterday we went to the Vietnamese concert because we want to connect to that network. It's also connect to all kind of
that's good.
business.
Okay, people will
So we sponsor a portion of the event yesterday.
Oh, that's nice.
So the video will come out I think couple months.
他们昨天在新加坡赞助了一个演唱会。
So yeah, so that's why he very like active to connect merchants.
We believe that for us itself,
And also the merchant platform as well.
Yeah, our merchant program itself has is a bit different than the rest of the merchant programs that you might have seen. Most of the merchant programs, they ask the merchant to actually take in the tokens itself, hold it, and then sell it off, right? So for us itself, we don't actually do that. The merchant itself connects to the OTC directly. They have their own bank account. Okay, there's no middleman here. What happened is, let's say if I am going to this shop to buy, let's say something. Let's say I want to buy a phone. The phone itself, let's say, is $1,000. Okay, I can pay using 2,000-ish CDOs. Okay, so I give CDOs to you. Immediately, a CDO goes to the OTC. The OTC then sell off. As I say already, there are people who want to buy CDOs, there are people who want to buy things, right? So the money will then fiat, local currency, US dollars, will go into your bank account in Cesar. So and then you can just transfer anytime back you want. So it's quite instant.
Yeah, in that way, many countries, like for example, in Vietnam, it's not legal to use anything else besides Vietnamese to buy something.
Yes, see, for Vietnam itself, you have payment channels like Momo and things like that, right? And Momo, all these things, they actually have this thing called the e-money license.
Yeah.
All right, you need to get this e-money license. For us, is either we get our own, or we work with somebody who has it.
Oh, okay.
So we are trying to see whether we can work with any of this e-money licensing holder. Like for Indonesia itself, right? You have your Grab Pay, you have your Go Pay, and then
you can work with Grab.
we cannot work with Grab because Grab itself is very expensive. So what we want to do is we have our own e-money license. My ex-company itself, you can find it in the BI website, PT MaxiTech, that's my old company. So basically we have the e-money license. So we are trying to see how we can revive that business itself. To actually revive the license to actually do that. So we are another Grab Pay kind of thing. So we're trying to do something like that in Indonesia. In Malaysia itself, we're also getting our e-money license plus our RMO license as well. Okay, the merchant program can run in 30 countries. Canada is one of them, guaranteed already. Because Canada, like most of the US countries and the European countries, right, they treat cryptocurrency as not a digital asset, but as a commodity, as a product. You can sell the product, you can buy, sell product anytime you want. Alright, so 30 countries definitely okay. In Southeast Asia itself, Malaysia you can't do it, Indonesia you can't do it, Thailand you can do it, Vietnam you cannot do it, Myanmar, Cambodia, all this cannot do, but Hong Kong, Taiwan you can do. Yeah. In China cannot also. China only renminbi. But if you want to use any of the other things, you need an e-money license which nobody can get.
But Hobby now they allow Hobby to do.
Hobby is different. Hobby is running off an exchange license.
OTC.
Yeah, it's an
Then
OTC
we have
license.
OTC.
Our OTC is SESA. SESA is not recognized by China. Yes. So China is a very, very difficult thing, the place to tackle. Yeah.
So the merchant program.
Yeah.
Okay. Like in Canada, I know they have Alipay and Union Pay.
Yeah.
Can we link that together?
Those are, you see, Alipay and Union Pay, right, or WePay, right, they work through a third party. So, for example, this third party, let's say, for example, ABC company that is in Canada, that must be a fintech company, okay? So what they do is they aggregate all this payment that from all these merchants, they go to them. And then they themselves will shoot the money back to China, and then China will say you keep whatever you need to keep, and then you disperse back. So this is how it works for Alipay. That's why there is a service charge, there is a transaction charge. For ours is the merchant itself get 1% directly. For WePay, Alipay, merchant needs to pay a transaction fee, right? Like credit card itself, you have to pay a transaction fee of 1.8% or something like that. Alipay probably is 1% or 1.2% or something. Okay, for WePay itself is about 1% to 0.8%. It's about that. Okay, but for us is we will pay the merchant 1%. Okay, so it's different way around. But we are not using marketing dollar to actually capture this. Normally people will put marketing dollar. But if you look at this way, because you go to the OTC, there's a buyer and a seller. We get actually 2% from the buyer. The seller is the customer. The middleman is actually the merchant itself. You're the conduit, right? So 1% goes to the merchant, which is good. 0.5% goes to the outfit in the country to actually maintain all the centers.
Like Simon says, I very interested on the SIM card and the merchant. Is when the merchant come out, do we have to ransom the units? Or?
There's two ways you can do. One is actually through a QR code that is very fast. QR code you do payment. The second one is actually through a POS.
Okay.
The POS machine itself enables the merchant itself to become agents of our OTC. Okay. So you can actually buy and sell crypto directly.
How we can become the agent?
You're like a crypto ATM.
Okay.
So basically, if you want to become a agent, right, you have to put a deposit. So for example, now I buy, let's say, 5 bitcoins. Okay, so 5 bitcoin worth, let's say for example, is about 35,000. Right, so you put 35,000 inside there, and you can deal up to 5 bitcoins.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Do
That's
we-
way on. Yeah.
And then do I have to connect direct connection with you?
Yes.
Okay.
We will help you sell the bitcoins out. If you have, because you have bitcoins, ma.
But as I can do maximum up to 5, but they can go circle. Let's say I have people using my CTO to buy Bitcoin, and then it means I sell all my finished my 5 Bitcoin. And then if I have people to buy CTO back, and I can sell that back CTO to get the Bitcoin back. Keep go circle like that.
Correct, but you need to have the deposit with us.
Yes.
As the
Yes.
as a float.
Yeah.
Suffer.
But
As
I-
long as he don't own the company more than 5 Bitcoin, that's it.
And that is every transaction going to be 1%.
1%.
And that 1% go into
The merchant itself. But you can share with the merchant if you want to. But for you, if you want to acquire, let's say you acquire the merchant, right? Okay, you'll get 0.5%.
I earn.
You sign up the merchant,
Okay.
you
Okay.
will earn
0.5.
0.5, and then the merchant will sell on 0.5. So that's
No, the merchant will earn 1.
Oh, okay.
Total the fee is 2%.
2%. Oh, okay.
So the 2% is 1% from buyer, 1% from seller.
2% on
2% from buyer.
Yeah.
From buyer.
From people buy.
From buyer.
Okay, clear. And when that will happen, like next year?
We're actually planning this out. So there are a lot of. We really got the POS machines, really demonstrated the POS machines. We tested our system. Seems to be working fine. So once it's ready, hopefully by next year itself, we can push this out. But we're trying to push it before the Chinese New Year.
Okay.
Before Chinese New Year.
Before 22
Which
years.
is January 20.
About January.
25th.
So,
20.
25th.
so when I apply to with you, and then I have to receive the pass first, and then we can.
What you do is okay, for every merchant itself, we need to do a KYB. So we need to make sure that you are really a legit business. And because we have to take this and send it to CESA for approval, then only can actually get your bank account and things like that.
Okay.
This is a business one.
Yeah.
So CESA is from Philippines, but you say how many countries is apply the legal?
Southeast Asia, most of them already gone.
Most Southeast Asia.
Most Southeast Asia.
Vietnam? Include,
Vietnam,
right?
yes.
Okay.
Included in Vietnam.
Okay, so Southeast Asia. So how about the international? You have to apply another
Internationally, not so much, because once they treat cryptocurrency as a commodity, as a product, right, then it's okay. Any country that treats cryptocurrency as a product,
then you can
then you
go-
already can sell and trade. If they treat it as a digital asset, then it's a different case.
then you cannot. Okay, so that will be the cloud SIM. Okay, so last, so the Grab Vietnam, you say not yet, right?
Grab Vietnam will come up with the rest of the countries, Philippines and the rest of all will come up together. Okay, because now what happens is we did the first what we call what they call it. It's a case study for Malaysia. So that got approved already. So for every country, Grab needs to approve the use case study. Yeah. So the use case study is very simple. You are buying your Grab for my members to actually exchange. So, but every country needs to actually say yes to this. Yeah. So we have like 7 countries to say yes to.
7 countries. So
And earlier I heard you say about Uber is
That's India.
India.
only for India.
Only for India.
My country have Uber too.
But in your country itself, Uber itself don't sell vouchers.
No voucher.
India, because not everybody has credit cards, so it's all about vouchers. So everything is voucher there. Same thing like in Taiwan, everything is voucher based. Even Uber is used a lot, but not everywhere. So
Like Europe and North America.
yeah, I mean in Taiwan itself, right? You have this thing. It's something like Uber It's something like Grab, right? But it's called something else, which you can actually buy the vouchers. So we also got one of these vouchers.
But when you voucher have two types. One
It's
voucher,
cash voucher.
So treat it as cash, deduct,
No,
right?
it's totally use once and then use all.
Yeah, that's why it's one shot,
One
right?
shot.
Even
flash
if you use less than that, you also gone.
Gone.
But
Yeah.
you cannot use more than that.
You cannot use more.
Yeah, you cannot use
You
more.
can only use less.
It's
So that's why the cash voucher itself we put very low denominations.
Okay.
But you can redeem more.
You cannot use two in the same time.
You cannot use two at the same time because
Yeah.
that's not what we limit lah. It's the
Yeah.
provider limit.
Yeah. Okay. So that is the all cash voucher because I see you say gift card in some
Yes,
right?
it's actually something like a gift card. Because one of the things that we also want to do is to let you change to cash vouchers, like Visa cash voucher.
So that one is also considered. Okay.
But that is only in Japan.
Only Japan. Yeah.
Japan and China. The one we are working with Blackhawk.
Okay.
So-
Earlier you say about 7-Eleven. Can you say that again? Is how does it work?
So same thing. I mean, not every 7-Eleven, but some 7-Elevens itself, right? Their system itself accept digital vouchers. So,
Oh,
for example,
so it's still a
now
voucher.
when you use CTOs, you redeem, let's say, 50 ringgit lah, worth of digital voucher. And you can go and pick up all whatever you want to pick up lah. So when they say you want to pay, you show them that this is the voucher, they will scan. So they scan
Deduct.
Oh, it's only work on certain countries, not
certain countries. So once we get the details of which country that we work on, then we let you know. But
Okay.
basically, the vouchers itself, let's say for example, you don't see 7-Eleven, you will see countries first. So when you click on Vietnam, you'll see what we have. So for example, for Vietnam itself, I don't know, maybe you have a lot of these vouchers for your reload for your mobile phone or something like that.
Yeah, restaurant voucher a lot.
Yeah.
Even Gap they give away voucher. If you collect the points in Vietnam, then you can exchange
Yeah,
Gap voucher for restaurant.
It's the same thing, but ours is more CTO. You change for whatever you need.
Yeah, same idea.
So we want to become one of the largest ecosystem around. Through the cloud SIM itself, we want to hit about 100 million consumers or customers. We only want to have about 1.5 million merchants. I mean the partners or members to 20 million merchants. So once we achieve this, right, then it's our goal. We can become one of the largest ecosystem around, right? And of course, then we can think about acquisition.
Okay.
That's all.
So that's all
Okay,
for. Okay, yeah.
Yeah, so-